Today I'm coming to you from the Upper West Side of Manhattan. This sprawling apartment perched on the building's 14th floor features unobstructed views of Central Park. The 3-bedroom, 3-bath home offers a private elevator landing and plenty of ornate pre-war details. Let's get started in New York City's trendy Soho neighborhood with a super cool and strikingly dramatic loft apartment designed by Keith Baltimore. Take a look at how Keith turned his client's lackluster loft into the ultimate bachelor pad.
Hi, I'm Keith Baltimore of the Baltimore Design Group, and welcome to my take of a New York City Soho loft. This huge space was presented to me as just an empty box. In fact, the only thing that was here were these iconic cast iron columns typical to a Soho loft. This space is so exciting. Its sheer mass and its interesting use of materials and luxury items is put together into a beautiful, mystical interior. Let's go take a look. Here, I designed a lounge, bar, and dining area. When an interior designer is confronted with such a vast open space, his or her job is to break it up into more intimate, functional spaces. This is the first place you see as soon as you step off the elevator, and it serves as a grand reception space as well as a bar. I wanted the visitor to have a sense of grandeur when they walked in. The columns actually frame the entry area, so that all together it forms a welcoming vignette. This is what I like to call the lounge. I wanted to feel warm and relaxed and yet grand. The Mediterranean limestone fireplace provides the perfect statement as well as being a beautiful focal point. I think this interior bases itself on luxury items, mohair and suedes and leathers and cashmere. So that mix makes it really, really fine. I took an old iron gate and made it a coffee table for the centerpiece of the area. The walls are done in an interesting damask that are made out of skulls. It gives you a sense that there's something else going on, this gothic mystery to the room. You know that feeling when that storm is about to hit, that dark, ominous storm? Well, that was the inspiration for this room. Usually dens are just all about TV, but I saw it as an opportunity to do something really interesting. Starting with the ceiling, which we painted to look like a gathering storm. The room is framed by black teak cabinets, and the shelves are filled with antique doll molds that we picked up at auction. They give the room an additional macabre kind of vibe. I feel that black is the most misunderstood color in interior design. Here in the dining room, I use different shades of black to an amazing effect. Black tends to recede, making the objects in front of them pop. We acquired this cabinet from Belgium. It's an old apothecary, an old drugstore. We adorned the cabinet with old antique bottles, poison bottles and old apothecary bottles that we collected from all over the world. And this colorful peacock stands in what was once the entryway to the apothecary. A space like this needs a very large dining room table. I picked a large acacia wood live edge table and surrounded it with different types of seating. I placed these enormous tri-fold mirrors at the end of the room. They reflect the natural light and serve as a glamorous backdrop to the dining room experience. Because the mirror has folds, I was able to dictate what was being reflected. And every panel reflects a different part of this glamorous space. A master bedroom should always be a refuge from the rest of the home. As in the rest of the home, it all bases itself on luxury items. The walls are covered in cashmere, the drapes are cashmere, the bed is tufted leather, the carpeting is silk, the walls are all paneled in beautiful ash. I was shooting for dark and mysterious. The idea of having a blacked out room with black walls and very, very dark is extremely desirable in New York. Behind the teak detail, I placed a rising door that reveals the master bath, which gives the room an added sense of decadence and luxury. And I think that's what all master suites should be. I hope you enjoyed my wild take on a Soho loft. Remember, good design, about being bold, being interesting, and making it happen.